When these men found this horse lying on the floor, they thought she had died. Her body was in a very bad condition and there were clear signs of death. Who would leave a horse in a state like that? When they moved closer to what they thought was a dead animal, she leaped and scared them. One evening, two friends, Carter and Robin, decided to take a stroll. They both had a bad day because of some terrible news they got earlier. Carter was hoping to get a job with a real estate company, but that morning he had gotten an email from them saying they wouldn't be moving his application forward. As for Robin, his girlfriend of 6 years had broken up with him after sending pictures of herself with another man. That day, these men felt miserable and they thought life was cruel to them. So they decided to take a walk to clear their heads, but soon they would understand that they were not alone in their struggles and that other people, including animals, were going through something even worse. After walking for about 30 minutes, the men got to a muddy building site, and that's when Carter saw something that made his heart race. It was a big creature stuck in the mud. The men couldn't see the animal properly, as half of its body was covered in mud. But Robin recognized the animal right away. When he was younger, he used to attend horse riding competitions, so he knew it was a horse. As soon as I saw her, I felt very bad. Horses are lovely creatures, and I hope to have one someday. So seeing the animal lying helplessly on the ground broke my heart. The men were certain that the horse was dead, so they were only concerned about getting the animal off the road and giving her a proper burial. Taking a step closer to the horse, the men realized that her body was covered in sores. The horse was so lean that they could tell she hadn't eaten for days. The men decided to gather some people so they could bury the animal, and that's when the unbelievable happened. Robin noticed that the animal took a breath. As soon as he saw that, he screamed, "She is alive, she's breathing." To be sure that she was indeed alive, they watched her for a few seconds, but they saw no breathing signs. At that point, the men began to lose hope, but just when they thought it was over, it happened again. The horse took a gulp of air. After that, she slowly opened her eyes, looked in Robin's direction, and closed them back. When she opened her eyes, a tear leaked out of her left eye. Many people say horses shed tears when their tear ducts are blocked, but I think she cried. It was like she used her last strength to open her eyes and try to ask me for help. There was fear in her eyes and she looked sad. She wanted to live, but she also knew that she had little time left if no one rescued her, Robin said. At that moment, the men forgot about their pain and decided to save the animal. They quickly contacted volunteers from the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Within 30 minutes, the rescue team arrived and the sight of the pony broke their hearts. We weren't expecting her to be in such a terrible condition. Her bones were visible underneath her shrunken skin. The rescuers couldn't understand why anyone would leave their horse in such a terrible state. However, the most important thing to them was to save the animal, so they focused on that. 6 men loaded the horse into the van. While she was being carried, the horse winced in pain. The men carried the horse cautiously because any time they touched any part of her body, it seemed to cause unbearable pain to her. Carter and Robin also went with the rescue team to the animal center. During the drive there, Robin didn't take his eyes off the horse. He watched with pity as she breathed with difficulty. He patted her head gently and told her repeatedly, "You are going to be fine, I promise." On getting to the health center, the vet discovered that the horse, later named Haiti, had dangerously low protein levels in her blood. She was also ridden with worms and had various skin infections. It was a miracle that she managed to stay alive, one of the rescuers said. Refusing to give up on the animal, the rescuers gave her 7 liters of blood from 2 healthy horses and they placed the drip. But despite all these, poor Haiti was still very weak and she still looked lifeless. She just laid on the ground as if she was waiting for her last breath. It was really devastating. She looked like she had given up, but we refused to do the same, the rescuers said. The team used specially made pads to cover her saws. They knew that the wounds would take a long time to heal. Luckily for the horse, the staff were patient and they were willing to give Haiti all the time she needed to get back on her feet. The staff started Haiti on a refeeding program, and as the days passed, she started to regain her strength. But she still had a long way to go. Then, one morning, the staff got the shock of their lives. When they went to the room where Haiti was kept, they were stunned to find her on feet. She was still very weak and sick, so standing on her feet was the last thing she should be doing. "Good girl, you need to lie down," her caretaker said, but Heidi was reluctant to lie down. She was probably scared that if she did, she wouldn't be able to get back up again. As hours passed, Heidi stood on her feet. Soon enough, she got exhausted and her breathing became haggard. We were worried about her, but we didn't want to force her to lie down. We wanted her to know that she was safe with us. We needed her to trust us. The caretaker said, by evening time, Heidi's eyes became dizzy. Still, she refused to lie down. The poor horse must have experienced a lot of pain and discomfort at the building site where she was rescued, so she was still traumatized. The rescuers were very worried that if she collapsed, her health could deteriorate. But just then something amazing happened. All thanks to Robin and Carter. Just when the rescue team thought all their efforts would be in vain, Robin and Carter visited unannounced. They couldn't stop talking about Heidi, so they decided to check on her. "Hello, girl," Robin said. As soon as Heidi heard Robin's voice, she looked up, and for once the team saw a glimmer of hope flicker in her eyes. She recognized Robin and Carter right away, and she was excited to see them without any effort. Robin got Heidi to lie down. How beautiful. The staff continued treating Heidi's wounds, and she also showed a willingness to survive, eating well. As days passed, Heidi began to put on more weight. She would sometimes get up on her feet, then walk around the stable, but after about 30 minutes, she would get exhausted and fall. But despite this, Heidi didn't give up. She was determined to recover fully. As months passed, Heidi gained more weight and her wounds healed. She became healthier and stronger. She walked around the stable without taking a break. Soon enough, she started running around. Despite the challenges she had faced, this horse came out stronger. Now, Heidi is no longer that sick horse who could barely breathe. She is full of life, beautiful, happy, and most importantly, healthy. She now lives in a spacious enclosure. She loves to run around and play with the rescuers who have now become her family. The rescue team posted videos and pictures of Heidi alongside her rescue story, and social media users who saw Heidi's story expressed their joy at her recovery. They also questioned why anyone would allow the horse to fall into such a terrible state. One person said, "She is so beautiful. How could they have neglected her so badly?" Another said, "Wow, she looks so good. I'm so glad that Robin and Carter acted so fast." And someone also wrote, "You guys are so awesome. Thank you for helping. What a beautiful baby." So what became of Robin and Carter? They remained good friends with Heidi, and to date they still visit her. Carter eventually got a better job, and Robin is over his ex. Robin also said he has become friends with a great girl, and he's confident that they will take things to the next level when the time is right. Heidi's story inspired me. If she could survive such an ordeal, why can't I? Robin said. Indeed, there is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. Not just people, but animals too. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, then please subscribe to the channel to get more incredible stories like this.